She is the granddaughter of Chris Barnard. Yeah. And someone in the community said, my partner there, my family. So things are coming full circle in Ocean View. Ladies and gentlemen, Karen Thomson.
Yeah, I've been following your journey and what's been going on, and I cannot tell you just how inspired I am by everything that you have all accomplished. And this is hard work. It's not like you just start this diet and things start happening. You all have to put in so much effort and dedication and support, and it's amazing what you've achieved. So I have been overseas, I am blessed. But I have been following your journey on through Jane and on all the news channels that it's been broadcast on. And it's just such a privilege for me to be standing here today. We had a rehab center in Ocean View just down the road called Akron House. And we treated addicts and alcoholics from the communities, the Ocean View community. And unfortunately that rehab was closed down by the government. But you know, my passion is addiction. And addiction touches each and every one of our lives. So I stand here today and I say, my name is Karen and I'm a sugar addict. And first and foremost, I am a sugar addict. Sugar was my drug. Sugar was my best friend. Sugar served to bring me happiness and joy. And it filled a void inside of me that I was not able to fill in any other way. So my sugar addiction started when I was 4 years old. My first memory ever is of me slurping down a Coca-Cola and eating a flake. Every night my daddy would come home with a Coca-Cola and a flake, and that Coca-Cola and that flake would mean love and happiness to me, and I would feel safe. And from that moment on, Coca-Cola and flake was my safety. So instead of asking for that need to be met externally, I would go to the shop and find my happiness in the sugar. And that continued throughout my life until I met other demons. I started using alcohol and drugs, cocaine, at the age of 16. And my life went on a downward spiral. And I'm lucky, I'm blessed. I come from a really good home. I have an amazing support system. But it took me to places that I never want anybody else to go. Addiction is a dark, deep hole of despair. I mean, Margie here works in a treatment center. You know what happens to communities, to families. It's not just the addict that suffers, it's the family member that suffers even more. So I want to tell you that I am an addict, and I'm proud to identify as an addict. Because what I've learned through my addiction is that I deserve so much more than I've ever given myself credit for. And while I was looking for external fixes to this internal problem, what I needed to find was the beauty and the grace within me. And the only way I found that was by having a group just like this, to empower and inspire me and carry me when I could not carry myself. So you ladies sitting here reminds me exactly why I want to do what I'm doing. Because we change lives, and you change your own life. And Prague has been such a huge catalyst in this movement, and I don't think he realizes exactly how much he's put into place by starting this revolution. Because it's not only a food revolution, it's a revolution of starting to believe in ourselves, to believe that we are capable of so much more, and that we have the power in ourselves, each one of us, to change the world in a positive way. So you ladies are absolutely leading by example in such a magnificent way. And you will no doubt change your communities and your children's lives. And that will filter through and create a massive, massive change. So the biggest applause here has to go to every single one of you. And I really want you to acknowledge, even if you think you play no part in this, you have done this. There have been foundations, there have been mentors, but each one of you put in the effort. And it's your responsibility, though, to carry on. You know, I was in rehab for 9 months, right? And it was amazing. I felt loved, I felt held. It was really hard to face my demons. But when I left, it felt like I was completely and utterly alone. So I want to say to you guys, you have planted a seed that's starting to grow. But as Mrs. Noakes knows, who's a great, person with plants, you have to nurture that seed. You have to water it. You have to sing to it. You have to make sure it has enough sunlight in order for it to grow into a magnificent plant. So you guys are at that stage where that is happening. And I don't want to talk for too long because Prof's going to talk, but I wanted to share a favorite poem of mine with you guys. And it's written by a lady called Marianne Williamson, and she's a spiritual teacher. Not religious, but spiritual. And she says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? And I want to leave you ladies with that. Who are you not to be the very best version of yourselves? In body, mind, and spirit. So I applaud you, and I am rooting for you, and we're with you every step of the way. You guys rock.
Okay, thank you very much, Karen. As you know, our communities are riddled with all kinds of addictions, but I've also spoken to the ladies about, I have a shoe addiction. When my husband met me, I had 50 shoes. And one said, I'm a woman, man, I enjoy shoes. And that's harmless, but when you start hiding the boxes from your husband, and the credit card slips, and he goes, did you buy another pair of shoes? And you go, no. You see, you men, you don't notice I've had the shoes for years, and you know that then the addiction starts kicking in. But we've also spoken